Allah is my heart's speech, your mercy is what I beseech. Keep in my heart your remembrance, and in your deen allow me to advance. Help me in my quest, permit me to pass the ultimate test. Help me in my quest, permit me to pass the ultimate test.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala nabiyyihi wa Mustafa Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man walah wa ba'd. All praise due to Allah alone. We praise Him and we seek His help. Whomsoever Allah guides is a truly guided one, and whomsoever Allah leaves astray, no one can show him guidance. May the best peace and blessings be upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Dear brothers and sisters, welcome to a new edition of Ask Huda. The phone numbers are as usual, code 0020238555248 or 249, and the email address is ask@huda.tv. Just a couple of pending questions from the last time. The first is from Mubarak from Nigeria. The question is it permissible for women to vote in elections? The answer in brief is, once it is permissible for men to vote, then it's also permissible for women. Why am I saying that? Because we said the election process undergoes certain conditions and circumstances. If we have to vote for somebody who may bring goodness to the Muslim community and lift a burden from them, then men and women have to rally to the polls and vote for such person or such party. But of course, inside of our hearts, we believe that there is nothing better than the Sharia of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that can rule the entire ummah and the universe as well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said concerning His Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. We have not sent you, O Muhammad, but as mercy for everything that exists, for Muslims and for non-Muslims, for humans, for animals, for jinn, for everything that exists. So before we did answer many questions pertaining elections, whether to vote or not to vote, or is it permissible to vote for a non-Muslim, and we said every case should be handled differently or at least separately, meaning sometimes if all the nominees are non-Muslims, we are a minority in a Muslim country, and one person is promising and is giving the Muslim community promises to give them ease, give them the right to build an Islamic center, to practice freely, to represent them, things of this nature. So we'll vote for this person in order to reduce the harm. The main purpose is either to bring a benefit, which is jalbul masalih, or to protect ourselves and avoid a harm, or dar'ul mafsada. So based on this benefit-risk ratio, we decide whether it's okay or not. And the scholars of every locality are more worthy than anybody else to decide whether to vote or not to vote. So once it is okay for the Muslim community to vote, then it is okay for men and women as well, because every single vote does count. The second question from Safiya. Her father died and left an inheritance. He has 2 children. One is not Muslim. Does his non-Muslim child inherit? According to the sound hadith, which is collected by Imam al-Bukhari wa Muslim, and it is narrated by Usama ibn Zayd ibn Haritha, may Allah be pleased with him and his father, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, لا يرث المسلم الكافر ولا يرث الكافر المسلم. There is no inheritance between Muslims and non-Muslims, even if they were married. Because we know that Islam allows a Muslim to marry a muhsana, who is a Muslimah, or a muhsana, chaste woman from Ahlul Kitab, whether a Jew or a Christian. We have a phone call. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brother Saud from United Arab Emirates. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you, Sheikh?
Alhamdulillah, thank you for asking.
Sheikh, I have a bank account
Okay.
in which I have a bank account in which for a long time just what you call interest is spending. My interest is accumulating actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a question regarding this. To whom can I give this interest? Can I give it to my close relatives, like even my sisters or close relatives,
Mm-hmm.
or the helpers which are working at my house? Can we give it to them?
You're talking about the interest that
Yeah.
you collected from your saving
No,
account.
it is lying in my account actually.
Okay. But you're talking about the interest.
Yeah, the interest.
Okay.
I have a saving account.
Oh, I got it. Thank you, Saud. I'll answer you innocently, inshallah. First of all, we all agree that collecting an interest or agreeing to pay or collect an interest on a loan or depositing money in an account is considered riba in Islam. It is not permissible. Rather, it is haram and it is one of the major sins. The question now, if somebody has to, because if there is no Islamic bank, then you have to put your money in a conventional bank. In this case, if you have to put your money in a conventional bank, and that's only permissible if there is no alternative, if there is no Islamic bank around, we do not say put your money under your pillow or beneath the bed. Rather, you can put it in a bank. And the interest which is accumulated on that, you can withdraw it, but not to benefit out of it. And you cannot give it to your maid, as you said. Rather, there are different ways, such as you can give it to an orphanage, you can give it to a hospital, you can give it to any organization that supports homeless people. And also, you can give it to any da'wah organization, especially which is giving da'wah to non-Muslims. I believe in United Arab Emirates, particularly in Dubai, there is many of them. So printing books and Qur'ans and da'wah materials and all of that can be funded from this account. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam. Keep in mind, this is not a way to legitimize collecting interest, nor is it okay in order to gain or earn a reward. Rather, this is just a mean of getting rid of a haram that I did not have a choice, I was forced, or the circumstances put me in a situation that I have to put my money in this account, so take the interest and dispense it there. Another phone call. Assalamu alaikum. Muslim from Nigeria. Assalamu alaikum.
I guess you forgot to answer my question last week. I asked the question about, hello?
I hear you.
Okay. I said in Nigeria, all the tertiary institutions, the universities are male and female. Is it permissible for a Muslim woman who observes the full hijab to lecture in such universities?
Okay.
Yes.
جزاكم الله خيرا. Tell you, Muslim, co-education or unnecessary mingling between the opposite genders is not permissible in Islam. And whenever we have to be in a situation like that, we found out that the Prophet ﷺ, for instance, appointed one entry and exit in the masjid for the ladies. And he prohibited men from using this entrance. He said this is only for an-nisa, for ladies. And until he died, ﷺ, no man would enter nor exit from this door. And the Prophet ﷺ would lead the prayer and he would hang around for some time before he would turn around. Ladies will be dismissed from their entrance or from their exit, and they will not be in touch or in contact with men. That's in the most sacred place, in the place of worship, in the masjid. In parties, in schools, or education, or at work, unnecessary mingling between men and women is not permissible. Especially it leads to fitna, definitely. Then the danger increases when you are in a non-Muslim society where you have to work with men who may not pay the proper respect to women, or if a man works with women who do not obviously wear the proper hijab, so the person is exposed to a great deal of fitna. If I have to be in that place, then I have to be in that place. But if I have the choice, if I have a different alternative, or another offer, then I'm not permissible to be in a situation like that. if I have to teach in a school like that, that's my only source of income, and I have to work, then I wear my proper hijab, and I do my best, and I try to utilize my presence in this place in order to enjoin what's right and forbid what's evil. And it settles in the bottom of my heart and mind that this is only because of the conditions that I'm in. If I have the choice, I wouldn't be in a situation like that. I wouldn't choose to work in a place where is a free mixing and mingling between men and women. Of course, perhaps non-Muslims may be listening to that and they say, what is this? Nowadays, and even started almost a decade ago in North America, the trend of having separate education, because it provides the students with better environment as far as studying and benefiting from the classes than having a free mixing, which results in a chaos due to the excessive freedom, the unlimited freedom, where it's very much a mess. You see kids who are conceiving, young girls who are conceiving, and kids bearing kids, carrying their own babies with them into schools, as a result of this free mingling and no haram and no halal. I have seen in middle schools and high schools, some schools do have babysitting facility for the students to bring their own babies with them. Why don't you see anything like that in a committed Muslim community? Because there is haram and halal. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prescribes a law, it is definitely for the benefit of the entire community, Muslims and non-Muslims. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is our creator. And He knows best what suits us most. And He knows our weak points. And He knows what harms us and what benefits us. So by clinging and adhering to the teachings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is very obvious in every sharia, the sharia of Moses, the sharia of Jesus, the sharia of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, then the community will be saved. But when people neglect that and they set aside religion and they behave according to their woman desire, the society will be very vulnerable to corruption, will be very vulnerable to destruction. If not today, down the road, it will happen as a result of not complying with the teachings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why we see in the very advanced societies and communities everywhere commercials for DNA, who is the father. People are trying to find out whether this child which his wife conceived, whether it's his or not. And the mother is trying to know who is the father, because of the free and unlimited mixing and mingling, and she's been with different men. This is something that it's no secret. When you read, if you have not been to these Western communities, you read about it and you realize the danger and the damage that is taking place in these communities. We don't want this to be transferred to Muslim communities. Rather, we try to give them da'wah and present Islamic solutions even to non-Muslim communities. Wallahu ta'ala a'la wa a'lam. Sister Anne, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you, Sheikh?
Alhamdulillah, thank you for asking.
That's good, alhamdulillah. I have a couple of questions. Firstly, if we choose an Arabic name, like for example Aden, can we use English version? Is it halal to call her Eden, for example, which is the English version of that word? And my second question is...
You said Adil?
Aden. I hope I'm saying it correctly.
Yeah, but Adil is a masculine name.
Eden is a masculine name? Oh, because in English it would be...
Adil in Arabic is a masculine name.
Like Aden, Aden Tijri min tahtiha al-anhar, is that right?
Aden, okay, Jannatu Adenin. Yes, okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, in English we would say Eden. So is it halal or permissible then to call her Eden instead?
Okay.
And my other question, I make dolls. I like to make dolls out of cotton cloth, like natural dolls. And when I first started making them, I wouldn't put faces on them because I didn't want to, by my hand, put a face on the doll. I didn't want to be questioned on Yom Kippur. And then I started to put, like, on some of the dolls I started to put mouths because the kids always wanted to put faces on them. Like, they would like to draw the face on, or they would sew buttons, or they would like to have a face on the doll. So I'm wondering in this round of dolls that I want to do, if it's okay that I put the face on. I just don't want to take any.
The dolls which you make,
which I make by my own.
By the end, does it look like a girl or?
Yes.
Oh, it does.
Hair and arms and legs. It's made of cotton, though. It's a rag doll. I don't know if you know what a rag doll is, but it's a cotton cloth doll. It's not
okay,
cotton.
I got it. Okay.
And then another question from another sister who's a teacher of art. When she's working with her students and they're drawing, they like to draw faces, and even when she draws, she won't put the face on, but the children like to put the face on. So should she say this is not permissible, don't do that, or should she just be free?
Okay.
They like. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Thank you. Okay, we have Sister Azra out of Qatar. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam, Sheikh. How are you?
Wonderful. Alhamdulillah. Thank you for asking.
Alhamdulillah. Sheikh, I have two questions. One is regarding Salah. Is it allowed for ladies to pray in open? Because I have seen here in Qatar, when we go to family parks, I've seen many ladies, they are praying in open separately.
Okay.
Is it allowed?
Okay.
This is the one question. And the other question is like I have seen like many du'as and name of Allah in newspapers and many pamphlets and everything. So I take out those names and dua and keep in a safe place. Now I have a big bundle of it. Now what I have to do with it?
Okay.
It's like, what should I do? Some people say you have to bury them. Some say it's like you can burn them. But I'm not clear about it because it's a big bundle. It's now difficult to take care of all these.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, just these two questions.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We have also Brother Ali from Nigeria. Assalamu alaikum, Ali.
Wa alaikum assalam. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. I am a full practicing politician, and I'm a complete Muslim.
From what movement?
Problem we have, the problem we have in the country is we are mixed.
Ali, you said you are a full-time practicing politician.
Yes, I said the problem we have in the country, we are mixed. We are we have two major religions. We have Muslims and Christians. And right now there is voting going on. We have elected a president, even though I don't think I believe he's not the one that won the election. He is a Christian, but he was somehow, he find his way to the position of the president.
Okay, Ali. First of all, Ali, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
First of all, I'm very happy to see a politician, a full-time practicing politician, watching Huda TV and watching Ask Huda, and furthermore, asking questions. To give you the proper answer, I would like to give some more information from you, and I will be more than happy to answer your phone call if you pick up my number from the control right now. I guess they will be happy to provide you with the number, because now we're getting into some serious business. So it's not a general question. Since you are a politician, as you said, the brothers will be happy to provide you with the number, and I will answer you, inshallah. And also, I'd like to present the answer afterward to the viewers. Thank you, Ali. Okay. One more question. It is also from Sister Najdu from Nigeria. She said, I have a question about relaxing hair. She said, I have a very coarse hair and started relaxing my hair at a young age. I want to know if it is allowed and does not fall under the category of changing one's original creation. No, it does not fall under the category of changing the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As a matter of fact, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam recommended that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives somebody hair or long hair, to take care of it by applying the cream or whatever is needed in order to make the person look and appear nice, whether a male or a female. Obviously, if it is a female, then that's only for her family, for her husband and family at home. But outside, she must be wearing the hijab, and the hair is a part of the awrah, must be covered. But for wearing hair relaxant, that is definitely permissible, no problem. The issue of changing the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is as presented in the hadith, such as wearing an artificial hair or wig, connecting one's hair to hair which is not hers or his. Such practice is haram. Also, filing the teeth or gapping the teeth in order to look nice. Sometimes it was a fashion. And among some tribes, gapping the teeth is a sign of beauty. So if one is born without these gaps and trying to do it with a male or a female, that is prohibited. Anything in the original structure of the person, like somebody who has their eyebrows maybe a little thick, by shaving them or drawing the eyebrows, which is known as a nums, or plucking the eyebrows, that too is prohibited because it falls under the category of changing the way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created you. Cosmetic surgery in order to thin the nose or make it pointed, or the cheek or the chest, anything in changing the original structure or the figure which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created unnecessarily just for the purpose of beautification, that's called تغيير خلق الله. But somebody went through a surgery or an accident, and it is required to have cosmetic surgery in order to reform or recover the body into the original condition, that is permissible. Assalamu alaikum. Ibrahim from the KSA. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you, Sheikh?
Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Ibrahim.
Sheikh, I have one question. I wanted to ask that I want to know the correct way to perform this witr salah.
Yeah.
And second thing is that if in salah, if we are doing masa, is it necessary that the sock should not be transparent? It should be opaque. These two questions, Sheikh.
Okay.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Ibrahim. Jazakum Allahu khair. Brother Awal from Nigeria. Assalamu alaikum.
Amin wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Go ahead, Awal.
Brother,
Yeah, I hear you.
I have 3 questions for you.
Please.
The one is regarding honey. When you touches someone's clothes, is it permissible in Islam for you to pray with it?
To pray with what?
Honey. If honey touches your
Okay.
honey, your clothes. Okay? You got a question?
Yeah, second.
Okay, and the second question is regarding photographs. Is it permissible for someone to snap a photo for the reason of historical purposes in Islam?
For what reason, Awal?
Historical purpose, just for history.
For history, okay. Okay.
And the third question is regarding a prayer. Usually our imams do. Even you do practice it by saying, if Allah guides someone, none can misguide, and if Allah misguides, none can guide. So the question is, how can Allah misguide? Do you have any further explanation to
Okay.
prayer?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Jazakallah. That's the three questions I have for you.
Thank you, Awal. Jazakumullah khairan. Abu Bakr from Nigeria. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Good evening, doctor.
Good evening. Would you please turn your TV set, the volume, turn it off?
Okay.
Yeah, I heard myself over and over.
My first question is, if someone is married and he's having problems with his husband and they can't figure out how to solve the problem, and she's asking for divorce or something, and it's not right in Islam, I know, but there's no way out for the problem to be solved. So it's like they don't like staying with each other. So I don't know what's the answer to that. And she has tried every possible way to stay with him.
To tell him that you are asking for divorce.
Yes.
Okay. But you did not really try a serious way of solving the problem or having a marriage counseling.
Okay.
I'm asking. Am I right?
No counseling yet.
Oh, okay. Any other questions, Abu Bakr?
Yes, another question is that someone is married to his wife, they had a problem, he now sent her to go home, then he will send the divorce letter to her. And she has been at home for almost a month and he has not sent the letter to her. So what's her situation? Is she observing Idda or what?
Okay, Abu Bakr, from your name I understand that you are a mother, are you?
Yes, I am.
Okay, how many kids do you have?
2.
Okay. I don't have to know the ages, but your second question is if a woman is...
No, yes, there's someone I know that she said I should ask for her, so...
Okay, the question again, somebody who's away for a month?
Yes, he told her to go to her parents' house, that he'll send the letter to her.
And she hasn't received...
The letter to her, but he didn't send the paper to her. And she has been at home for almost a month now. So she's asking if she's observing Idda or she's just waiting for when the paper comes, that's when she'll start.
Okay. Thank you, Abu Bakr. Adam from Nigeria. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Yes. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Go ahead, Adam.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, thank you. The issue really here, I understand our brother Awal and another sister from Nigeria called you and asked you this question about voting.
I guess we need to open a station in Nigeria, mashallah, today.
We can vote in a democracy, in a system of voting. That's in a democracy that we have here in Nigeria and other places. That one is understandable. Then you now say again, we can vote if we have a choice between, kuffar, that's between Christian candidates. Now the question is, Allah says, لا تتخذوا اليهود والنصارى أولياء. That's number one. And again he said, لا تتخذوا عدوي وعدوكم أولياء. Now the situation here, we have a Christian candidate and a Muslim candidate. Do we have any option to choose the Christian from the Muslim candidate? That is the question. Many of our sheikhs here are saying no. Because of these verses, we go against these verses. We have to choose the Muslim candidate if you are a Muslim. But that's the situation. So we really want to have clarification on this. Do we go against those verses if we pick a Christian out of the Muslim, or what do we do?
But Adam, Abu Bakr and Awal, their questions, 5 of their questions have nothing to do with politics. But inshallah, we'll get to answer your question, hopefully, in today's episode. Okay, thank you, Adam. Brother Abdul Rauf from the KSA, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dr. Mohammed, how are you doing?
Alhamdulillah, thank you so much.
There is a question which is popping into my head from quite some time regarding the prayer, 2 rakah prayer, which most of the prayers start establishing immediately after the warning adhan in Makkah. is that prayer obligatory or
you're talking about
optional?
You're talking about the 2 rak'ahs prior to Fajr prayer, after the adhan.
No. I'm not talking about the Fajr prayer. It's about after Jummah prayer. Immediately after the warning azan is called, most of the people start praying 2 rak'ahs in the haram area.
Okay.
I just wanted to know if it is obligatory or it's up to an individual one who wants to pray.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Thank you, Abdul Rauf. Sister Mariam from the United Arab Emirates. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, brother. I have a question.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, I have a friend. We have a misunderstanding for almost 2 weeks. Yeah, she's a Christian, and actually I am a newly embraced also in Muslim. But actually, this one, because this misunderstanding, I did not talk with her because this I'm very close with her, and then I found out that something that he do that I will be involved in the problem. So I took I talked with her at the first time that I tell her I don't like your behavior like this because I don't want to involve any problem about like for the first step of stealing, brother. So in that time, so for 2 weeks I did not talk with her, and then my friend, another friend of mine, she told me that she will have a birthday celebration like that. So I tell her, for me, I cannot tell that. Yes, I will do that for like to be peace with her, to will be talk with her like that. But so my question is, this is haram for me or halal to do like giving gift for the celebrant?
Okay, thank you, Sister Maryam. Jazakumullah khairan. Brother Muhammad from the KSA. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sheikh Salah, I just wanted to know, a person has an option of taking treatment for his illness. He or she plans to totally rely on Zamzam and does not want to take any medicine as such. That is one question. What is your advice on this? And second,
can you tell me the sickness, the type of sickness? What is it?
There is some infection in the stomach, which is, according to different opinions, some say it has to be operated, some say it can be cured by some medicine. But then the person who is undergoing this this problem, that person wants to just rely on Zamzam and does not want to take an operation.
Okay.
That is one thing. Second, what is said about a person who wants to take medicine from a person whose aqidah he is not sure about. Like this person he feels he is involved in bidat and shirk. So is it okay to take medicine from that person? And these are the two questions I had.
So is he a doctor, a physician, a pharmacist, or?
He's a doctor.
He's a doctor. So you're asking about taking a medication from a doctor who is not Muslim, or a Muslim with a.
He is a Muslim, but not the aqidah is a little in doubt. Actually, we are not sure again, but the aqidah is a little dicey.
Okay. Thank you, Muhammad, and may Allah give you shifa or whoever is sick. Brothers and sisters, we're overdue. We're going to take a short break. Inshallah, we'll be back in a couple of minutes, so stay tuned.
In your standpoint of view, are there specific or certain criteria to choose your spouse or a partner, to marry or not to marry? Maybe that's the question. Do we revise the quality of performance of our treatment between the family members as fathers or mothers? As they say usually, it's not what you say, It's how would you say it. Wouldn't you like to be a good storyteller for your kids? Neurobiologically speaking, child abuse and emotional trauma causes scars in the brain of the child, and this might be not easily healing. What's the exact job description of a father? Is it clothing, payments, and feeding, or other important things? Well, I think the job description of a father is merely giving him love and care, self-confidence, giving him sense of security, and checking for the points of strengths to strengthen them. What about potty training and its planning? Oh yeah, actually, it's a state, it's a condition. Fatherhood is not a body or a person, it's a state. Are you a good or skillful designer for the policy and the long-term plans of the life of your kids? Join us every Wednesday for family issues.
Please, brothers and sisters, in particular brothers, husbands, divorce is the last resort.
Even when I was given the topic, the art of divorce, I was thinking, why are we talking about a divorce?
As they say in management, do you take serious decisions when you are angry? No one is taking a very serious decision in his life, maybe in his business, while you are angry.
A divorce happening every 6 minutes.
We are not talking about enjoying the divorce, but we are talking about certain steps to be followed in order to avoid divorce or minimize the possibility of divorce or minimize the consequences of divorce. Any divorce taking place have many ill effects. So we would like to minimize those ill effects.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome back. Sister Anne has 3 questions. The first question is, if a person, a girl's name in Arabic is Aden, after the name of heaven in Islam, which is Jannati Aden, the gardens of heaven. So if they are called in English the same name, such as Eden, is this permissible? Yes, it is permissible. Making dolls. If the dolls pretty much look like a human being, like a baby, then no, that's not permissible. A doll has to look like a doll, which is without the real features of the living human being. The Prophet ﷺ have seen Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha ardaha had a box full of dolls and horses, but not to the extent. Really nowadays I see in some stores, and I see some kids driving a stroller or whatever that has what looks like a baby, exactly even same size. Then we come to realize that it is a doll. No, this is not the doll which is permissible. Making idols, statues, or drawing pictures or images of human beings by hand, or pictures or carving or making dolls, these figures is not permissible. Especially it's a complete image of a living human being. But if it is defective, without the nose, without the ears, without a particular thing, or a doll that's very obvious it's a doll, it's not an image of a human being, then it is permissible. I hope the difference is clear. That applies to drawing pictures. And some Awal also asked about taking pictures. Many of the scholars said with the digital camera, with the phone, and saving them, as long as it does not have pictures of things that should be covered, such as the awra. Many people take pictures of their spouses, of their wives, or their daughters, and it's on the phone. It can be transferred via Bluetooth. It can be hacked from their computers, things of this nature. You got to make sure that your private life should not be exposed outside. And I wouldn't even advise to take pictures of a wife or a girl is taking a picture of her own without hijab. Then it can fall in the wrong hand, and you know what happens next. So drawing in the drawing class, it is okay to draw nature. It is okay to draw anything other than humans and animals. And if they draw humans but incomplete, that too is okay. But to draw a figure of a complete human being, the scholars are in agreement that this is prohibited. Wallahu ta'ala a'la wa a'lam. Because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, it would be said to the musawwirin, those who carve or draw these images, go ahead and breathe the soul, or make what you drew, or what you carved, make it a living being. And they fail, and accordingly will be punished for that. Assalamu alaikum. We have a phone call. Ibrahim from Oman. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh. Sheikh Salah, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, Ibrahim. Thank you.
I have a question, maybe very long. It's not me, it's my sister. She was married, or she's married, and for around 7 years, the husband has not been looking after her, or sending her any money or anything. She was taking care of herself, and now she wants to go for Umrah and Hajj. Can she go? Because if she does go, she's going with her mahrim from here. And she doesn't know, because before deciding, she prayed istikhara, and with her husband, of course, the relationship, and she took the further step that she needs to go for Umrah and Hajj, because for 20 years she's been saving to go for Umrah and Hajj.
Ibrahim, your sister or your relative, is she living with her husband? You said that he's living in another place. Have they ever been living together, or since they got married, as you said, that she is completely independent and he is not covering any cost?
No, they are living different countries.
They're living in different countries.
Yeah.
And she's going for Umrah or Hajj?
US, and the other one is other part of the world.
Okay. So the question now is pertaining the permissibility of traveling to perform Hajj with her male mahram, other than the husband is not traveling. She's traveling, and she's covering the cost, and she's traveling with the male mahram. The husband does not have a problem with that, of course, because he's not even supporting. Can you turn the volume up, please?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Hello?
Okay. The volume is still up. I can hear myself. Talk to me on the phone and turn the TV off, please.
Okay.
Okay? Now, the husband does not have a problem with her traveling, does he?
She didn't ask him because she's covering everything herself.
Okay, I got that. Traveling is permissible as long as she's traveling with the mahram. But we're talking about the issue of seeking a permit from her husband. You said 7 years, they're only married on papers. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I heard the 7 years. The other thing I didn't.
They're only married on papers, according to your story. They're only married on papers.
They have been married for more than 10 years, but he took care of her for maybe 2 years, 1.5 years rather. But the next 7 years, he didn't take care of her. He didn't send any money to her or nothing.
Is she happy with that? I mean, does she approve such marriage life, or she wants out? If she's happy with that,
she has no choice.
Okay, if she's happy with that, she approves that, she does not complain, then she needs to get a permission and say, I'm going for Hajj. I don't think he will ever object. And in this case, traveling, as long as she's traveling with the mahram, is 100% halal. And she's also required to perform her Hajj, the fifth pillar of the deen. But if she's not happy with this lifestyle, it is her right to file for a divorce or ask for a divorce, whether he gives her divorce peacefully or not. And the local judge or an imam can actually make a case of separation, even without the husband's consent, because he is not standing up to the responsibility of being a husband. He's neither supporting financially, nor is he even present physically. Wallahu ta'ala a'la wa a'lam. Abu Thabit from Nigeria. Assalamu alaikum, Abu Thabit. Aba Thabit, Assalamu alaikum. Okay, I'm sorry, we have to skip this call because we have to roll. Sister Adra from Qatar asked about praying in the open, like in public parks for women. They make the jama'ah to pray. If there is a fear that they will miss the prayer time, then they're required to pray, of course, before the time of the prayer is out. And if they have a group, it is also recommended to find the most secure place so that when they offer the prayers and ruku' and sujood, they will not be seen by men. In the case of a woman, a sitr or covering up is required in every case, in every condition. And that's why women have to pray behind men, not because they're inferior or men are superior, but because of the nature of our prayer, the physical nature of the salah, the namaz, or the prayer. So if there are men along with them, if they go out in the public, if they can spread a sheet or a tent as they normally do, that would be best. If it is impossible, I guess it will be permissible for them to combine two prayers, to do jam'a, in order to offer the prayer and get that concession of combining the prayers, and meanwhile offering it in a private place or in a secure place. If there is a fear, even in case of combining the prayer, they still have to pray no matter what happens. And they do their best to cover up. Wallahu ta'ala a'la wa a'lam. Asma'ullah, the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in newspapers, in papers here and there. She have now a duffel bag or bundles of them. She doesn't know what to do with them. Well, we have the answer. When Uthman ibn Affan, may Allah be pleased with him, the third caliph, ascribed the Quran from different versions, what he did is he burned the rest which contain Quranic verses in the name of Allah and so on. So burning, getting rid of those papers with respect is via burning or using a shredder, cross shredder, that would not leave any remains of the words that cannot be read. You cannot read the complete word, Allah, Muhammad, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, etc. So if you have an access to this or that, but barrier, burning is the best choice. Wallahu ta'ala a'la wa a'lam. Ibrahim from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia asked about the best way of praying witr. To many people it is problematic because in certain culture they insist on praying witr similar to the Maghrib. They pray 2 rak'ahs, then tashahhud, middle tashahhud but without taslim, and they rise up to pray the 3rd rak'ah. And this is an opinion in Hanafi madhab. This opinion is actually rejected not only by the vast majority of the jurists, but by the straightforward, plain text of the hadith, the sound hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. We are not supposed to pray witr similar to the Maghrib because this is not a fard. It is a confirmed or an emphatic sunnah, while Maghrib is a fard. So you can pray witr either by praying shafa as many rak'ahs as you want, even 2 by 2. Then by the end you can pray 1 rak'ah witr. It's preceded by many nawafil. Or you can pray 3 all together with 1 tashahhud and taslim by the end. Wiping all the socks and also praying in socks which are very transparent. If we're talking about lingerie, no, this is not the socks or the kind of socks which you can wipe on instead of washing the feet. But if the socks are thin but do not show nor reflect the color of the skin, you cannot see your skin, then it is okay to wipe over those socks even if they are thin. We're talking about the see-through socks. You cannot wipe on such socks. But whether thick or thin, it is permissible to wipe on them and also offer the prayer on them for the ladies. Brothers and sisters, unfortunately, once again, time is slipping by very fast and we didn't get to answer all of your questions. I know how you feel, but we'll do our best. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us all and enable us to cover the answer for the rest of the questions beginning next time, inshallah. And until then, I leave you in the care of Allah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allah is my heart's speech, your mercy is what I beseech. Keep in my heart your remembrance, and in your deen allow me to advance. Help me in my quest, permit me to pass the ultimate test. Help me in my quest, permit me to pass the ultimate test.